Welcome to More Trades. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be a quick update on Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Nasdaq, and the DXY. At the moment, I'm not looking to long this. We could have a push up, possibly, since we came down and then we got a bounce. We could have a push up. I'm going to talk about the levels, what I'm looking for, what to watch for, what trade setups I'm thinking of. Now, this is on the 4-hourly chart. As long as Bitcoin is below the 27,150 or 130, Bitcoin is looking to go down. That's for the short term. Just looking at this rising channel or rising wedge. Now we could zoom out and you could see that this looks like a bear flag that broke down over here. And if you take the measured move, if this, of course, there is an invalidation for the bear flag. And when does it get invalidated? When the flag, in my opinion, exceeds the size of the pole in time, in Fibonacci time, then we could say, okay, this flag is no longer a flag, and it might not work. Now, this could take us down all the way to 25,930. You could say it's 26K. And if we come down to 26K, we have the POC of this entire bottom range around 26,059 is a support zone where we have a demand wick over here that I marked out, and that will coincide with the POC. That is only if we come down and don't get a bounce at this 26,500. It is very possible that we come down to 26,500, and if that happens, then we'll be looking at a bounce there. If a bounce doesn't occur, then you're looking at much lower targets. I'm going to point out the rest of the targets. This is a channel, you could see. Not a perfect channel, somewhat of a channel. Of course, we spiked up, we spiked below. At the moment, we are somewhat in the middle of the channel, unless we raise it up. There you go. We are somewhere there in the mid of the channel. Now, this is a strong candle. It's on the 4-hourly. If it isn't able to break the 27,120 short term, of course, the 27,320 is another level I took. Is because this is another level where we had spiked up and failed to break lower. Now, if you go to the hourly, where you'll get more price action, you'll see the patterns clear. You could say this was some sort of a climatic move, only to get a stopping volume candle and get a rejection to the downside. So that's a zone where you could see price coming up all the way down to 27,320. However, if we come up to 27,120, that could be a zone. You could also say, okay, I want to enter short over here and put my stops above the previous high, somewhere around here, give it some leeway to breathe out. On the hourly, if you look at the stochastic RSI, and let's see how it's looking. Do we have more room to the upside or not? We are at the highs in the stochastic. That's not a good point to long. You could have a push up, but it looks like you're topping out. It's not looking really good. 15 minutes, maybe already curving down. It curved down, but you're getting a move up. You could form a double top on the 15-minute stochastic, only then to fail and come down. But overbought stochastic doesn't mean that we're going to drop in one candle. 1 hourly is overbought, 4 hourly is still moving up, and the daily is trying to move up as it's a green day. Now we have something to watch out for. Tomorrow we have some numbers for the U.S. government, manufacturing PMI. I need to take a look at that, but we have some important event happening. It will be around 3:30 my time. That's UTC +3. So what I'm thinking is, and the numbers projected, they're projecting it to be good for the markets, really bad for the dollar, good for the markets, as the numbers show. And usually what could happen, the move could happen what did they say? The move happens before the news comes out, so they're anticipating the markets to pump tomorrow, as the numbers are anticipated to be in support for the markets to move up for a bullish market. But we pump it before that, as the markets will open in a few hours, and they'll start trading Forex and the indices. And when that happens, when the news comes out, and it will be a thing of buy the rumor. When the news comes out, you get sold up on, everyone's shorting. Now looking at the CVD on the 4 hourly, Let's look at it on the 4-hourly and on the hourly. Now looking at this, the CVD over here, you can see we've been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and slightly higher highs, and the price isn't able to break this high over here. At the moment, you have some kind of a divergence over here. That means a lot of people are going long or buying into Bitcoin, but bigger players are holding it down. Well, tonight, this may change. You might have a sudden pump that could break 27,320. But I wanted to show you the other levels, which I said I'm going to get to. This is open interest. It's showing that on the way up, money is leaving the market, or it's a short squeeze. So people are closing their trades, or they're losing money. They're shorting, trying to short over here. That will tell me that maybe I should hold and not short over here. As we're breaking the mid of the channel, there's a high chance we might go to the top of the channel on the Bitcoin price. Now, 27,120, 27,320, and ultimately 28,500. If we can't break 28,500, or even if I pull it up to this high over here, where we spiked up the other, I would think that Bitcoin could come up and spike to 28.7. It wouldn't be very weird or strange for it to happen, because we've done it only to sell back down. Now remember, I'm going to get rid of all these lines for clarity. We are in what we call a head and shoulders. It's a valid head and shoulders. It's a beautiful head and shoulders with the necklines at the lows over here. See, somewhere here. Let's zoom out. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if Bitcoin is gonna break down, and that's so far away for the movement for the head and shoulders to start taking place, Bitcoin needs to break the 24,581. And then the measured move for that, if that happens. But I'm only saying if it happens, because Bitcoin can pump all the way to 28K today, and the head and shoulders wouldn't be invalidated. In fact, Bitcoin can go much higher, and the head and shoulders approximately 17K. Now 17K is an interesting level. Now what do we have at 17K? We might have some previous support down here. Nothing looking left. Maybe we have this structure over here at 17K. But yeah, if you break down, then yeah. But Bitcoin can come all the way up 28.6. Bitcoin can come all the way up and not break the peak over here at 31.8, 31.9, and still be a valid head and shoulders. But I'm just saying that be careful. We might have some action starting off tonight because of the news that we have tomorrow. Now, going into Ethereum. Ethereum, for people who've been watching me, they know I had this level 16,666. We had it here as a rejection, good level. Over here, rejection. Of course, we spiked up. We came all the way up 1785. We front ran it. You know, I was waiting for this. 1780. We missed it by $5. I was saying that would be our next zone to look for rejection. Now we came down and we're getting support here on and on in these levels, 1500. You see these spikes. We might come down, recover this liquidity if Bitcoin starts flushing out, but still looking for a bit low on Ethereum. 1490 is very possible. In Ethereum, can I see a flag? Not really, but this pattern on Ethereum tells me something. We're gonna come up. 1632 is very possible, maybe even tomorrow or tonight. And in Ethereum, it's looking more bullish than Bitcoin slightly. I think we will come up. It's very obvious, this pattern might not play out, but it's very obvious in my opinion. You have this big red candle insufficiency that should be recovered. Targets to the downside for Ethereum. I've had targets, I don't know where they've gone. Seems I've erased all my targets. I keep losing my charts, losing my mind. Now value area low for Ethereum. You see we got a big candle that took us below the POC. We could be coming down again, 1429, value area low. If you can't break them up, you're gonna come down. Now Solana, on the other hand, remember what I was telling you guys? I posted the video, I think 2 weeks ago. I was telling you, we got rejected from the POC. We're going to come to the value area low. There, we got rejected from the POC. When was it? I think it was somewhere here. Let's see. No. Yeah, we got rejected from the POC, and I'm saying, and I'm still saying, value area low is very possible. I know what happened here. My fixed range volume profile, I adjusted it, but my value area low was very close to that level, 20.75. It was somewhere here, and we tapped it exactly. But I rearranged my fixed range volume profile to include all the candles, so obviously it moves. The value area low was here, and that's why you see that my value area low now it's lower because I adjusted it. Anyhow, I was saying rejection POC, value area low. Value area low, bounce to POC, or even value area high. But now since we got rejected over here in the POC and the fixed range volume profile, value area low is down here, it's likely we come here. But the case is same as Ethereum. We have a big red candle. Pattern is obvious. Red candle, green candle, weak one with a spike to the up. That tells me we might fall down, but over here we're forming a spinning top or a pin bar candle. Anyways, I have that zone over here with the POC and between 22.6 or 22.8 and 23.6. Last time we came here, we formed a nice double top over here. One spike, came down, second spike. Let's take a Fibonacci to see what could have we anticipated, possibly the 0.618. So from the peak over here, we have to the bottom over here. Say you came to the chart and we were here 6th of October. Then you'd say, okay, I'll short it, but you got stopped out. You would be waiting for the 0.618 over here, 23.928. You could have entered short over here. Spike up, it came all the way up, came down. Then you could say, okay, I'm entering a short. Now, this is on the daily chart. You'd say, I can't see any rejections. You go to smaller time frame, look at the yellow line, which is the 0.618. Go to the 15-minute, and let's see what was happening here after we spiked up. You would enter over here. I said 23.9. You got first candle rejection, second candle, and you start dropping down all the way down. That would be a nice gain of profit. I mean, if you got in at 23.9 and you took it all the way down, 23.9, just at the golden pocket here, 0.618, all the way down there, you would have gained 10% without leverage. So that would be great. So Solana. Down targets for Solana, 18.363 still stands in my chart. And even the lower targets over here, I will just say $5 to $9 Solana. If we start losing the 18.360, the problem with Solana is that I said you could come down to the $11.9 and still be in a bullish count, 12.318 or 11.9, because Solana, if it retraces its entire move, the 0.786 move down would bring it to the $12, $11 range. So yeah, so that's a risky thing about Solana. Unfortunately, that's how the market plays, that's how the market trades. Yeah, we have to respect the market. Now the DXY and the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, to be frank, I haven't traded. I mean, I am in a trade on the Nasdaq, but it's not what you think. I'm in an evaluation process to be funded. So Nasdaq is one of my trades, and I took this trade. You see, I had this box. We got rejected in this box. We came at the 0.618 and fell. That was a good trade. I'm expecting Nasdaq to go down, but however, as I said, we have news coming in on Monday, so that could have an effect on the markets. We might see a pump before a dump. I don't know what will Nasdaq do when markets open. But yeah, this is a double bottom formation. We had a spike. This could be a retrace continuation. I mean, anything can happen, but the 0.6786 is my invalidation level. If we can break above and close above 15.372, then Nasdaq might be changing momentum and shifting to higher levels, maybe possibly 15.546 or 15.777. But the Nasdaq, if it continues lower, then if the Nasdaq continue lower, the lower targets can take me. I'm aiming at the moment at 14.5, we could possibly go to lower. I have an alert over there. DXY, bullish bearish, choppy. And because of the situation in the world now, what's happening around the world, different countries fighting, we get a problem with oil, we get a problem with the dollar. Now the oil has been shooting. Oil is up at about $90 a barrel, and that's previous resistance. Possibly people will be shorting that, but the dollar index, this is S&P, sorry, the DXY, at the moment we had an extended move. Remember, insufficiency. We might come down, form a a head and shoulders, and break down. It's very possible. It could do exactly as I talk about other assets. It could do the same. Insufficiency over here, we pump out. Insufficiency over here, we break down. So you might see a drop in the DXY, possibly not immediately, but yeah, the support is 106.358 for the DXY. Let's see. It's above the 50 EMA now, not showing much of strength, but the last candle closed this way. Yeah, I want to take a look at one more asset for people who trade oil. Let's go to Brent oil, spot Brent crude, and look at that. It's at $90. Actually, on this one, it's at 91. Look at that. Insufficiency recovered. Now, what are they going to do? They might spike up with the next candle and maybe come down. It's very possible, because this, an oil looking left, is a level of support or resistance. Look at that structure over here. They like to spend time over here. So yeah, people are anticipating oil to go up to $100 due to the situation, and that's very possible. Oil can come and tap this. At the moment, $94 would be our previous zone to watch out for. $100 is possible on oil, but maybe short-term scalp, you might go short. Oil is looking like the dollar, almost the same. The thing is, when oil goes up, the dollar essentially will go up. Almost, because look at this. If you're trading USD CAD and oil goes up, or Canadian dollar is traded against oil, so Canadian dollar will drop, and that will give you USD CAD, a pump in USD CAD. That will help the DXY. When you trade, you could trade assets that move inversely proportional. You could be long on the dollar and you could be long on the dollar and short on NASDAQ, or long on USD JPY and short on NASDAQ. That's how you can make money. But if you're wrong on both directions, then you lose on both. Some people like doing this strategy. If you're not very proficient, they say, okay, I will long NASDAQ and I'm going to long USD JPY or something like that, because I know that one of them is going to go up. They can't both go down because they move inversely proportional. But then again, it's a very risky trade. You need to calculate your risk and have your stop losses. All right, I hope you liked the update. If you did, like, subscribe, click your notifications, share the videos, and I'll see you in the next one.